How companies grow. The four main growth strategies in strategic management. Welcome back. In business, if you aren't growing, you're shrinking. But growth isn't just about selling more. It's a calculated, strategic move that involves choosing the right market, the right product, and the right level of risk. Growth is the ultimate goal of any business, but how do you achieve it without losing control? This video breaks down the Ansoff matrix and the four core growth strategies: market penetration, market development, product development, and diversification. We also explore organic versus inorganic growth, M&A, and how to choose the right path for your business. Today, we are diving into growth strategy in strategic management. We'll look at the famous Ansoff matrix, the difference between building and pie, and how some of the world's biggest brands scale to the top. Let's get strategic. Section 1. The Ansoff matrix, the four quadrants. The most famous framework for growth is the Ansoff matrix. It helps managers visualize growth based on two factors: products and markets. 1. Market penetration, existing product, existing market strategy, selling more of what you already have to the people you already serve. How? Aggressive marketing, loyalty programs, or lowering prices to take share from competitors. Risk, lowest. 2. Market development, existing product, new market strategy, taking your current product into a new geography or a new demographic. How? Exporting, opening new branches, or targeting a different age group. Risk, moderate. 3. Product development, new product, existing market strategy, creating something new for your current loyal customers. How? Apple launching the Apple Watch to iPhone users. Risk, moderate. 4. Diversification, new product, new market strategy, the leap of faith. Moving into a completely new industry. Risk, highest, but potentially highest reward. Section 2. Integration strategies, vertical and horizontal. Sometimes growth comes from controlling more of the value chain. Horizontal integration, growing by acquiring or merging with a competitor. Think of Disney buying Pixar. It increases market share and reduces competition. Vertical integration. Backward integration, buying your suppliers. Example, Netflix started making its own content instead of just licensing it. Forward integration, buying your distributors. Example, Apple opening its own retail stores to reach customers directly. Section 3. Organic versus inorganic growth. How do you actually fund and execute this growth? You have two paths. 1. Organic growth, build growing from within using your own resources, profits, and talent. Grows, you keep full control and culture stays intact. Cons, it's slow. 2. Inorganic growth, by growing through mergers, acquisitions, M&A, or strategic alliances. Pros, extremely fast market entry. Cons, high cost and high risk of culture clash between companies. Section 4. Choosing your strategy. So, which one should you choose? Strategy is the art of sacrifice. To choose your growth path, ask 3 questions. 1. Resources. Do we have the cash to buy, or do we need to build slowly? 2. Market speed. Is the market moving so fast that we have to acquire somewhat to stay relevant? 3. Core competency. Does this new growth path actually play to our strengths, or are we getting distracted? Conclusion and call to action. Growth is exciting, but remember, Unmanaged growth is just as dangerous as no growth. Use these frameworks to ensure your expansion is sustainable and profitable. Which growth strategy is your favorite? Are you a fan of Apple's product development or Disney's horizontal integration? Let's talk about it in the comments. If you want to master the art of business, hit that like button and subscribe for more strategic management deep dives. I'll see you in the next one.